Hello, let's do some product research so you can make actual money in Amazon FBA. Let's go. Hi, my name is Karina. Welcome back to my Amazon FBA channel. It's another time for product research, and I do these videos at least once a week because I believe product research is the most important thing in Amazon FBA, because if you don't find the right product, everything else is going to be much harder. It's going to be much harder to launch the product. It's going to be much harder to pretty much do anything, and I want to avoid this. So let's get into my computer and do some amazing research. But before I show you all the tricks and all the hacks, and trust me, I will, I want you to know two things, two very important things. The first one is subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell and like this video, because do you not want to make money? That's literally it. And the second thing, no, but really, I post daily videos and I try to make them as valuable as possible, so you'll get notified when I put another money-saving video. The second thing is I'm going to provide you with a free cheat sheet some point in this video, and in that I'm going to let you know the criteria of how to search product research. Now, I'm sure you are using either Viral Launch, Jungle Scout, Helium 10, and I will show you exactly what to put in those extensions. They have the revenue, the reviews, all of that, which categories. If you want a summary breakdown and how to use it properly to do your product research, I am providing that to you for free. Usually this is only accessible to my Amazon FBA program students, but for you, I have put that in for free. So stick around for this video and I will tell you how to get it. Okay, so right now I am in Helium 10, and again, if you're using whatever platform you can, the cheat sheet will apply to it all. I'm going to go into Black Box, and here we have many options. So what should you do from here? You have categories, you have monthly revenue, price, review count. Now I use this method because what I like to do is I like to just try to go as deep as possible within product research. So I start with this as the baseline, and then I find a few good products that potentially are selling well. I check the market for that product to see if the entire market is well, not just one product, and then I take it down the rabbit hole and I search everything you could possibly search about that product. So I go into the store to see if the seller has any other good products. I go into the relative items or the sponsored items and see the niche. I just like to explore, and if you continue doing that hour after hour, you are going to stumble onto some amazing things. Sometimes you might even stumble upon private label sellers that have tens and tens of dozens of products that are doing really well, and you explore the niche, and a lot of the times all those niches are good. So that's really helpful when you find that. So let's just get into it. I'm going to pick a few categories here. And this is, again, if you want to see the baseline of what categories I like, the monthly revenue, the price, the review count, everything, all of that, and how to use it, I'm going to give you a cheat sheet, and all you have to do for that cheat sheet is just go down below and you would be able to click it and download it. So go there, I will send you an email with the cheat sheet. It's completely for free, and it will be very beneficial to you. Like I said, it's only for my course students, so go check it out. So anyways, let's move on. I'm going to click a few industrial and scientific and office products. I'm not going to go too crazy, because if you select too many items, then that's going to get a lot. So for the monthly revenue, I'm going to go for somewhere around 8,000, and I'm going to put in 12,000. That seems reasonable to me. Price, minimum, I'm going to want it at $17. Again, if you are confused about what's happening here and why I'm picking these numbers, the cheat sheet will explain, and it will give you a nice healthy range of what typically is profitable. So trust me, it's very beneficial for you to look at that. And then the max, I'm going to set it at, let's do 29.86. Review rating, I'm going to try to go for 63, and I'm going to select and see what Helium 10 provides me with. Then what I'm going to do is literally just start opening products in Amazon, and sometimes you stumble upon very, very interesting products. And this is what I like to do. I like to stumble upon really interesting products that a lot of the times I don't even know what their name is. And how you gauge this is basically anything that looks like it could be private labeled. For example, clothes, I don't suggest. Printer cartridges, which I think I opened one of them, I don't suggest. But anything that looks like you could add something to it, that you can put your own twist on it, that clearly looks like a private label product already, you want to click into that, right? So I'm gonna open maybe one more that looks somewhat appetizing, and then we will get into the deeper searches. Ooh, CPR, that is probably not a good thing. Okay. And sometimes, you know, obviously you won't find all the amazing ones on the first thing, but this is just the very, very first step. This is a good baseline. You will find great products here too, but this is a good start, and then you can really go deeper and find other products. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at this. Now, what do we do next? Where do we go from here? We have several open. I'm going to go to the first one I opened. So this is a nursing clipboard with storage. So how do I analyze this? First off, I'm already seeing a lot of variations, and I don't like when products have too many variations, because that means I'll have to get many variations, and then that will just be a lot of capital investment, and I don't really like that. So what I like to do is find products that have 1 or 2 variations and then go from there, or actually just 1 variation. And that way I have to invest less money into one product. So what I would do from here is actually see what the main keyword is. How you would do that is you would go into whatever software you're using, and for example, for Helium 10, it would be magnet. I would type in nursing clipboard, and I would find the main keyword, and I would rearrange them from highest volume to lowest volume, and the highest one that comes up that's the most relevant to the product will be the main keyword. I'm not going to do this for all of the products because that's going to take way too long, but this is a critical step that you must be doing, and I teach this in my Amazon FBA program, as well as all of these other videos if you go to my product research playlist. So I'm going to assume nursing clipboard is the main keyword, but again, never assume, because we know what happens when you assume. But for the sake of this video, we're assuming, so we're just gonna go with it. So here we are. Let's analyze the market for this. I'm using the viral launch drop-down extension, which is going to tell me all of the factors here. All of the revenue. I'm really curious about 3 things. I'm curious about revenue, I'm curious about the price, and I'm curious about the reviews. If all of those add up, then I'm going to take the product to the next phase, which I have many different ways on how to analyze that, and see if it actually could potentially sell well. So I'm looking at the revenue, and it looks quite stable. Every seller on the first page, without, a few exceptions, is doing relatively quite well. Then I look over at the price. They're selling it for quite high, and obviously it's just a clipboard. To source it, I can't imagine this being more than $2 or $3 plus shipping. And the review quantity is not bad at all, actually. So this could potentially be a $26,000 a month product. Well, that's maybe a little bit too high. You don't ever want to put yourself on the high end of things. Perhaps you're going to fall somewhere in the range. It looks like the median sale is around $8,000. Some are doing 8, some are doing 9. So I would say this is an $8,000 a month product that you can potentially launch, because look at these reviews. 112, 17, 59, 13, and this is only the top 9 sellers. So they're not scary. Only one person has over 1,000 reviews. Everyone else is doing quite well. And also, it's actually, see, this is where you become concerned, because this is clearly brand dominated, and that's what you want to watch out for. If I scroll a little bit to the left, I can clearly see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people already are white code clipboard, and then Tribe RN, even though they're taking up like 3 spots. So that's kind of dangerous, because in this white code is taking up a lot. So if it's really heavily brand dominated, that might be an issue, and you don't want to go into a product that's brand dominated. So I will probably cross this out just for that factor that it's going to be very hard to penetrate. But if you came in here earlier and you were someone like that, you could potentially do this within a market that is just up and coming, and you can brand it. And that is the beauty of Amazon, is that you can go on and do this. But what you can also do from this clipboard is, from this specific product, is go to their store and see what they're doing. So they're sold by Acceleration 2, and that's their store name, right? The brand name is Whiteboard Clipboard, but their store name is Acceleration 2, which means they could potentially be a private label seller that has several brands within the store. So let's check it out, and hopefully we'll hit a jackpot, because that's what happens a lot, is maybe they're selling other products. Now they are clearly selling different things. So what you want to do here is run the drop down extension on their storefront and see what other products are selling well besides that one product. So let's see what is going on here. And you can also turn on this photo feature too, to kind of get a good glimpse of what's going on. They're selling some random books, so maybe they are kind of selling someone else's products, which is whatever. Clearly you can't like private label a book. That will be difficult, but you want to see what else is going out. It looks like they're selling a lot of books, so this is not a winner, so we'll leave him alone. But that's kind of what you want to do. So pencil case holder slot, this is kind of a commodity, and I could see it's coming in a lot of variations. So again, I don't want to really get into this, but what I do want to do is see if they have any other successful products. So I'm going to go into their start front once again and see what I can come up with. Maybe they have something that's more simple, that's less of a commodity with less variations, that I can actually go in and do well in. They seem to be a kind of painting artistic brand. So obviously I don't want to do pencils or anything like that. So this is not, I was curious about what this was, but it's only doing $1,000 a month. I want to look at items that are doing relatively well, which for me is anything above $5,000, and it doesn't look like they have that except for the pencil holder. They perhaps are getting slight sales from all of this because they are a brand, but their number one product is this, but that's not going to do it for us. So this is probably, I don't know what this is, but this is not something you can private label. It just looks like a cartilage replacer, which you can't private label that. This is also an ink thing. What is this? Super glue. I feel like this might have some, this is a commodity first off. Second off, this probably has some kind of regulations against it. Ooh, this is, okay, I know this. I know all about Lidman and stethoscopes because I was pre-med. I studied this for way too long. So this is a very, very well-known brand in the medical industry. So you can't private label this because you'll probably get a fake and you'll get sued for that because this is a huge medical brand. So they're probably doing this like a wholesale thing where they're buying this, you know, at a different price and selling it. So that's not gonna work. This is interesting, whiteboard sticker paper sheets. So let's look this up and see what comes up. Well, first, we're also gonna want to check their storefront, but let me just go to Amazon and look up how the market for this is. Again, I'm assuming this is the main keyword. It might not be. Always do your due diligence and check for the main keyword. But let's check out the market for this. And always study the market of the product, not just one product. If you study one product, you are almost guaranteed a failure because maybe you don't know where the sales are coming from. It could be just one product that's doing well and everything else is tanking. So you want to see the sales for literally everything. So let's see how this market is doing. They're doing pretty well. If you look at, let's turn off this camera feature, not camera, the picture. So everyone in the market is doing well. They're selling like $5,000. Oh, actually, wait. So, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, or 6 people are doing well, then it kind of tanks. I would like to see a little bit more stability in this, but I guess if you can make your way in there, you could potentially land around the 5K mark. The price is probably profitable. I mean, clearly this person who has the high price is doing really, really well, but they probably have a pack. Reviews aren't too terrible on here, but you know, they're they're a little bit, they're in the double digits, so that's good. There are some high reviews around here too, but you know, this could potentially be a not such a bad market, because even if you scroll down, you see people are still doing well when they are down below on the second page. So this is something worth exploring, and I would probably take this product to phase 2 to see if I could be one of the at least 5K sellers or 12K sellers. I just don't like that this one person has a very large share of the marketplace, and that's what I would watch out for. So that's the thing. If you want the cheat sheet on what type of products to put in, then again, the link is down below, all the categories, all the kind of parameters, and you can experiment with that. Let me just do one more thing and check the storefront of this and see if he has any other profitable products. This is basically what you want to be doing for as much as time allows, and this is how you're going to get really good at product research and really good at determining which products are good, clear products, because you're going to look at this so many times and really be able to see a product just like that and know. So on their storefront, you can see that a lot of their products are doing well. So look, 22,000, 40,000, 22,000, 13, 29, 14. So they're a successful private label seller, I'm assuming, in different categories, and whatever they're selling. So, you know, it's interesting. They branded it and they're selling a bunch of different products. So what you can potentially do from this step, and what you want to do, is go into all of these products, find the main keyword, and study the market for that keyword. Because if the whole market is good, then potentially you can private label that product too. So that's essentially what you want to do. I hope that this was very helpful. I do a product research video at least once a week on my channel, so don't forget to subscribe. If you want my Amazon FBA program, it's down below. And again, for the free cheat sheet of exactly what to put into the search criteria when you're beginning your product research, or if you're just trying to source a new product, that's also linked down below. So don't forget to check that out. It is completely for free. I will personally send it to your email address. So I will see you next time.